Hello, everyone. So, this is all about being on the cuffs or making money in the stock market. So, how we're going to do it? I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to show you how to take advantage of this market in a way that is quite easy, quote unquote, as long as you understand what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to educate you and really help you on how to deal with this, how to work with this market. So let's talk about QQQ. Let's talk about the way we're going to take advantage of this market. Let's talk about how we did it. So essentially, we need to understand what it is that the story has become. Historically, it was all about the inflation. We don't talk about that. It was all about the recession. We do not talk about. We're talking about the rate cuts, but we got our rate cut. Then, when we were talking about the election, we got the election. So all the ducks are out. Everything is out. So the market now is looking for direction. And of course, one of the topics that's starting to come out is, well, what about Trump and Powell? It looks like Powell was asked whether or not he's going to, remain or if he has to leave. That's a topic for a different discussion. What you want to know is, how did I do it? How did I generate income in one day by looking at QQQ? I've been looking at QQQ for a while. QQQ essentially is an ETF that follows the NASDAQ. Okay. And the way I want to take advantage of it is through options because yesterday, the option went up 20-30%, while the stock went up, the ETF went up 2%. So it's a 10-time fold, even more sometimes. So it's an easy way for you to pick up a profit if you understand the direction of the market. And the idea was to say, what's happening right now? What's happening right now is it's all about earnings. It's all about momentum. The momentum is behind us, right? We just want a reason to make money here. Everything else is kind of out of the way. Trump is out of the way. The direction of the country is out of the way. Right now, short term only. I don't know about long term because I still am worrying about the national debt. But short term, the market is opening up for making money. Here we go. 1,680%. What do? We bought 520. Here is QQQ. Here we go. So it has been trading up since about October 31st. It's on the way up. Now, what does it look like in terms of the past year? Well, we've been there before, right? This is a second leg up. Now we lost everything here because it was they forgot all about the this area right here. This area right here is when we had it is July, and the story at that time was Nvidia is not that good anymore. We need to forget about Nvidia. We are paying too much for Nvidia. Let's forget about Nvidia and let's dump on Nvidia. And that's what happened right over here. Then it was a story about, well, we need the rate cut, and that's kind of what you saw here. But there was some hesitation. They said, but these companies are doing fantastic. Not really. We still pay too much. And then we start worrying about inflation, and then we start worrying about recession, and then we start working about the election. But all the while, we were seeing some very interesting numbers coming from earnings. So the companies are doing great, Nvidia and Apple, right? So, and that's kind of what you saw here. So I felt that we're breaking away. Usually when this is the line is pushing forward. Look like the 50 moving average. We're going above, breaking through. Was just a matter of time, and the matter of time has come. And the matter of time has come since after the election. The key word is, it's business is on. We're back in business. Look right here. We jumped up. Now, obviously, this is very positive. We're not, overpaying. We're reaching new highs, but we're still almost at the level in July. So there's more to be done here. obviously. So if we take a look at what's happening recently, and this is what happened yesterday, right? This is the elections. Boom, next day. So we got a bump for the election. And then what I decided to do is, you know what? Now it is confirmed, it's going up. And I'm saying, you know what? Why don't we take advantage of it on that day right here? This is November. This is November 7th, which was yesterday, and we picked it up around. Wanted to see making confirmation because we made a big bet here, and making confirmation around 10 a.m. and it proved worthwhile. And we rode it. We rode it up until 2 o'clock when the Fed was talking, and the Fed was talking. I said, you know what? It's good enough because there's some uncertainties, and volatility, not uncertainty, but volatility. And then we got out. And then this morning, as you could see, we're kind of down. We're kind of down because we've been up a lot, quite frankly, and it's time to take a breather. As you could see, maybe we could go back in today. Today could be a day for Tesla. But the point is, what did I do? How did it work? Well, it worked for the same reason that I keep telling you all the time about, and that's what you need to learn. You need to learn the context. And the context is important. Because if the context is like that, is shaky. What I mean by that is, are we concerned about a recession? Are we concerned about an election? Are we concerned about inflation? That's creating noise. It doesn't matter what the company is doing. I mean, look at a company like GCT, a company like ACMR, some of the names that I'm following. They're doing great, but nobody cares about them right now. Okay, why does it make them change one way or the other? Who knows? We don't worry about that. We worry about what the market is doing. And what the market is doing right now is feeling positive. But at the same time, be careful because the Trump administration, while good for business, might be quite volatile. So what we do, we go in, we observe because we know at the end of the day, we're being pushed up right now. We're being pushed up right now because there's hope in the air. We know the president is not contested election. We know we're going to get some rate cut. Now, are we going to continue getting rate cuts or not? The market is very capricious. So you need to understand all the time the changes in the market's mood. Again, remember, subscribe to my channel for more information. Go to my Patreon channel as well. I show you my trades before, so when I put them on, so you could see what's happening. This is education. I'm basically educating you as to not the entire market as usual, but educating you as to what the story is, and what how the names trade, because there's two blocks in this situation. There's the credit block and the trading block. They trade in their own way. I mean, stock trades in a way sometimes that just don't make any sense. And the credit is very interesting because you need to make sure you're making money. Because if you're not making money and everybody's down, everybody's unhappy, doesn't matter. You're going to get hit and you say, well, what happened? I don't understand. So that is what you need to do. That's what you need to understand, and that's what you need to focus on. So keep following me, see what's happening, and I will make sure that I will explain to you in very much detail what goes on each trade. Next video I will be making as to what is the story now. How is the story